Peace and love, children of the sun. While the government is saying that they shut down on October 1st, we had Twitter going crazy. Cardi B leaked her phone call where she was threatening Ice Spice because Ice Spice dissed her on her second album. Okay. Then she gets into it with some man. I don't know if he was a blogger or a fan, arguing with him because he called her a Mexican and was saying that she's not allowed to call herself light skinned. He said that's only reserved for black people. And she had to break it down to him that she is Dominican. Okay. And she said, why you didn't say that about Ice Spice? Then Ice Spice chimes in and says, well, her dad is Nigerian. She's like, well, my mom is Trinidadian, born from a black lady. So what are you talking about? We're the same, black and Dominican. What people don't know is Dominican Republic and Haiti were one till they separated, okay? It was one island. The only difference is the Taino Indians and the blacks are separated because some are mixed with Spaniard and some are just straight Zo, straight Haitian. And then today, everybody is really Haitian, okay? Now, Cleopatra, who used to be Ice Spice's ex-friend, they had a song together. She's been taking jabs at Ice Spice for a minute, calling her a colorist and dissing her every chance she can get. She chimed in and said that Ice Spice was scared of Cardi and thought that Cardi sent some people to jump them when they sat in a car, I guess a black truck, whatever it was. But she said Ice Spice was scared and she shouldn't be trying to act tough now. JT is going at Cardi for her dissing her. And basically, Cardi was like, JT and Uzi share purses, and that Uzi is taking dildos up the ass. You know what I mean? JT was like, your dude Stefon is zesty, okay? And she said, justice for Chris. She stands with the gays. Now, Chris is the stylist who had a company that he was working with Stefon Diggs. He works with Gervonta Davis. They're from like DC, Maryland area or whatever. Stefon wanted to work with him. He was working with him for a while. And basically, he said that Stefon tried him a few times. One time he woke up, Stefon was standing over him in the boxers, just staring at him. Another time, they had some models trying on some clothes, and Stefon came rubbing on his shoulder, talking about, you're his muse for inspiration. Like Kanye and Amber Rose when he put Amber on the album cover, right? Then he said another time he offered to pay his legal fees, and then 5 seconds later he pulled out his meat and grabbed Chris by the shoulders, like trying to grab him by the neck, like, nigga, you finna suck this dick if you want me to pay them legal fees. And then he was like, dude, you tripping. And when they went to walk in the mansion that was filled with 20 women, the dude, Stefon, put his arm around his shoulders and said, come to my room, and stuck his tongue in his ear. High on Molly, tripping. You know what I'm saying? And Chris is saying that Stefon drugged him with some chocolate that was laced with Molly, and I guess he thought he was going to get the buns after he offered to pay for some things. Also, you had Cardi going back and forth with Nicki Minaj. You know, she said that her kid is slow and that Nicki was on drugs, Xanax, Percocets, and cocaine. Now, everybody knows Nicki did have a song called Pills and Potion back in the day where she talks about drug abuse. And then Nicki also said that she keeps a bottle of Clorox by her bed because she likes to smell it, which is crazy work, right? So, you can't really get mad when you put that information out in the universe and Cardi threw it at you. But Nicki came back with that. I guess she was talking like in a London accent. And she was like, am I Barney B, the flop, such and such and such and such? Barney B, the flop, such and such and such. Album sales flop. Album only being sold at $4, such and such and such. And she was like, well, bitch, you sold yours at $5. We both use bundles. So it was just a lot of back and forth. It was funny as hell from what I see when Academics was reading it. You couldn't really hear it too clear. I guess he was trying to bleep out the curse words. But it got real ugly because Nicki Minaj started saying that the daughter of Offset and Cardi B named Culture is ugly and calling her a culture vulture and all this crazy shit. So Breakfast Club gave Nicki Minaj the donkey of the day. Then Nicki responded and said, Trump, arrest these people, and started talking about them. And she said something about Charlamagne the guy bleaching his skin, which everybody know he did do that when he used to have those dark marks on his face. It was just crazy. But Nicki Minaj did not have JT's back. You know, she been throwing jabs at JT even after they did a little collab for one of Nicki Minaj's remixes where she put Akbar and she put JT on it, but they never got a Nicki Minaj feature. You know, Nicki been throwing jabs at her. I don't know why. When JT dropped her album, it's like Nicki had main character syndrome. She didn't want the girl to get no shine, but she just left JT out there looking crazy. You know what I mean? But that's what happened, man. It just I want to go back and read all the tweets. It was a bit much, but it's just funny to me. But Cardi, she did her big one, man. She just did like Thugger, man. Except she released the call herself. You know, she was like, I ain't pussy like Lotto or Megan. You know, she wasn't really dissing them. She was just saying like she gonna throw hands, she gonna pull up. And she told Nicki Minaj to drop the low plenty of times. She said, you tweeting, bitch, drop the low. You said you're gonna cave my sister's chest in. Where you at? We in New York, you know, drop the low, drop the low. She kept saying that. I guess Nicki never dropped it. And she's like telling Nicki, don't call the feds like you did 3 months ago. If you all remember, Nicki Minaj had tweeted the FBI and CIA on TDE affiliate MacWop because he said, don't get put in the blender like your boy when he was just talking about Drake losing the battle at Kendrick. So Nicki Minaj been on some police shit. This time she was tagging Trump, man. But yeah, let's get into this lawsuit what Chris is alleging happened with Stefon
So
Diggs.
you can see your son. So
Yeah.
he asking you to talk to him.
He's asking me to talk to him, and I'm telling him I need a high profile lawyer. He's like, man, don't worry about no money. Keep working on the line. Because he was already paying me for the line. I'm getting like 10,000 here, 20,000 there,
Okay.
just to keep me floating. Because I told you I wouldn't sign official paperwork because I didn't want that dynamic between the brother, so on and so forth. And I saw the way that he treated his employees having that paperwork, and I never wanted that looming over my head. So in the car, he like, man, just keep working on it. We get the lawyer. We throw the bread to him. It ain't about nothing. Just keep working on the line.
So he's telling you all of this in the car.
Telling me in the car. We pull up to the house. When we pull up to the house, he's talking to me about all the girls that he got in the house. Now, mind you, I was just at the house earlier, so it is a boatload of girls at the house. It's Spanish.
But he only left with you.
He left with me. But at the house, it might be 20 girls.
And you said they were all Spanish?
Spanish girls that barely even spoke English. Like, I don't know. I remember for a point in time, he was doing like Duolingo, like learning a word a day, a few words a day. But he was like very consistent in making sure that he took his Duolingo lessons. And he was like, you know, a year straight or some shit like that. But it made sense once I finally got to his crib, seeing how Holmes was living. Oh, I see why you taking your Spanish lessons, so on and so forth. I don't know if you shipping them in, shipping them out. I don't know. I can't speak. I don't know. But what I do know is what I saw. And in the kitchen, cooking and cleaning and serving him was all of these different Spanish women. And as they serving him, they don't speak English. They are just, maybe one or two do. They could translate.
Were they model-like? Or not model-like. Were they OnlyFans like?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay.
It was built like they could make some money on OnlyFans.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say that. But that was earlier in the day. So he's telling me about all the girls in the house that he filled, this, that, and the third. And then, where's my camera? This is my camera.
Right there.
So he pulls his thing out and just starts doing his thing. And as he's doing his thing, I'm like, yo, bro, settle down. Like, what the fuck, you that horny? Like, you can't get yourself together till you get in the house?
So wait a minute. So you're telling me he's telling you about all the Spanish women in the house that he's feeling, and he's driving.
He wasn't really talking about the Spanish. No. We pulled up at the house at this point.
Okay.
Car's parked. The car's parked. We just wrapped the conversation about me needing a high-profile lawyer to walk into a courtroom with me. I'm battling to get my son back, so on and so forth. And as we're sitting there parked, he's like, man, I got all these bitches in the house, man. This shit crazy. Don't quote me on that, but that's like pretty much what he's saying. So as he's like feeling on himself and like, man, it's about to be crazy. I'm going this motherfucker turn up, da 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 da. And I'm looking at him and I'm looking at the clock as well. It's like 4 a.m. I'm just really trying to figure out where I'm asleep because I'm leaving in the morning. I'm leaving tomorrow, that next day. Or was I supposed to leave? I think I was supposed to leave the day after. No, the next day I was leaving his house. I was going to go from DC to visit Javante in Baltimore because he had just got out of jail.
Okay.
And I didn't end up doing that because of the fact that I left so abruptly. I just went back to LA traumatized.
Okay.
But back to the parking lot. Back to his driveway rather.
Okay.
So we're sitting in his driveway. And as he's touching on himself and feeling on himself and like talking through what he's about to do when he walk in the house and how pretty much basically saying how horny and sexually stimulated he is in like street lingo. Pulls his man out, starts to play with himself. And I'm telling him, yo, bro, keep your composure. I'm trying to laugh it off because I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why you put that up? Like, what are you doing? And he reach over to me like, man, come on. And he got his thing in his hand. I'm like, what are you doing, bro? And he trying to like laugh and I put that shit up. And he put it up. We get out the car. As we're walking, it's very uncomfortable to talk about. As we're walking toward the door, he put his arm around me and he said, man, come to my room. And he put his, put his tongue in my ear, like doing some weird shit. Walk into the house, spiral staircase leads directly to his bedroom. He goes up the staircase, I make a right. It's a very long hallway. But back to the topic, I don't really know how that feel. I can equate it to that of alcohol. I done had homies that got too drunk and go pee somewhere they ain't technically supposed to pee. Okay, I don't technically think that make them gay. You know what I mean? Like that type situation. But it is what it is. Anyway, I done seen motherfuckers pull out their shit and pee on the floor of the hotel just on some too drunk shit, not knowing where they are, throw up on their shoes, shit like that. But again, I can't really gauge it but so much. He seemed like he having the time of his life in the driver's seat of this car. Car's parked, we in the driveway, but we still kind of talking through the scenario. And he just like, oh my God, I can't wait. He pull his shit out. I tell him to pack it up. We get ourselves together. We get out the car. Yo, bro, chill the fuck out. I'm trying to like laugh it off out of like awkwardness, this, that, and the third. As we walking into the house, he put his arm around me. When he put his arm around me, he stuck his tongue in my ear, talking about come to my room.
Hold on now. Time out. Why didn't you?
That's why I paused. I figured.
Like, why didn't you tell him when he got his in a Porsche? You should have said, "Relax, Damon. I'm a boy." You got to hit him with a Cat Williams. What the fuck is up with?
No fact, but you got to take into consideration that, and I've been drugged at this point in time. What I thought was a piece of candy was not no motherfucking piece of candy. So as stimulated as he is, off probably 12 times what he gave me that I didn't know I was taking, thinking it's just regular candy XYZ. It's like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. He's been pushing candy on me all day. I'm hungry because it's 3, 4 in the morning. I don't know if you've ever been out that late and it's like, yo, bro, I just need something to eat. Yeah. The candy right there, all right, fuck it, I take a little piece. As I take the little piece of candy, I start feeling myself aroused in a different way than I'm typically aroused. Like I said, I got discipline. I don't really be like super horny, gotta fuck all the time. I be focused on the work, you know what I mean? So as this is taking place, I'm starting to feel my sex drive rise in ways that my sex drive don't rise. My skin's sensitive to the touch. If I had to equate it to something by way of just like context clues, deductive reasoning, I'd say it was something along the lines of like ecstasy. Candy laced with some form of ecstasy, or ecstasy in the form of a piece of candy or something along those lines. But anyways, as I'm sitting right there, I'm trying to get myself together. Mind you, we got out the car now. He stuck his tongue in my ear. We walked through the house. I don't really know what the fuck is about to happen, but I've seen 2 weird incidents happen back to back with him pulling his shit out in the car and him sticking his tongue in my ear. Mind you, the same way it's about 20 bitches in this house.
Did you not interrupt
him? It might be
him?
Some security somewhere.
Did you not interrupt him when this nigga puts his frog tongue in your fucking ear canal, nigga? Like that's alarming. Get the fuck off me, nigga. This is the perfect time.
Yeah. I kind of like pulled away, and I'm gonna keep it tall. Yeah. In the car when he pulled his shit out, he reached over and acted like he was trying to grab my neck, and I moved. I'm like, bro, chill the fuck out.
Nah. See, we ain't hear that part of the story. He was trying to grab your neck.
You know how a nigga do it. You know how a nigga do the laugh and grab your shoulder type thing, like and then reach over and grab your shoulder and kind of like clench your shoulder type situation.
I know that, but if he's
Like this,
whacking,
like
gang, if he's whacking off,
Like,
he's
try to grab
trying
my
to grab
shoulders.
your neck to get force you to give
It's
him
a
some.
no-go.
No, I'm not saying that was
It's a
gonna
no-go.
happen, but he wasn't trying to do that motion you're saying. If and he tries to grab you, he's not trying to grab you like, haha, it's funny. He's trying to say, nigga, come suck this goddamn dick, man. You know what type of time it is. That's what he's trying to do. Not saying you did it, but come on.
Yeah, and not 100%. And I didn't do it just for the fucking zest balls in your comment section. But to that point, me giving him the benefit of the doubt, thinking I'm dealing with my homie, I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. In hindsight, I read it like you read it just now.
Okay.
In the moment, I'm not necessarily reading it like that.
Are you also looking at him like, you know what? Man, I know this nigga be really getting loaded, pause, like he be getting lit, and like I know he's just tripping right now. Man,
Correct.
let me not, because some people might be like, yo, I'm punching him in the mouth, but people like, man, let me not tweak out on him. Yo, this nigga need to get in the house. Let's get this thing in the house. He's tweaking right now. I'm not gonna trip over it. I might bring it up tomorrow, like, nigga, you know what you did last night, but you're taking it like that. Okay. All right. But the tongue in the ear shit now.
Correct.
The tongue in the ear shit.
That's when it went left.
That should have been the third
And he
strike.
said, come to my room.
Oh, shit.
And he said, come to my room.
Now,
so we walked through the crib, not through the crib, we walk into the crib. So the doorway, like that doorway behind you. Say you just walked in there. He makes a left and goes up a spiral staircase that leads directly to his bedroom. I make the first right possible, go down a hallway that felt like forever, but it was the only bathroom I knew of, having been there pretty much all day. It was the only bathroom that I had used throughout the house and the only bathroom that I had seen. So I go in this bathroom, I look at myself in the mirror, and I shut the door, I lock the door because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm starting to piece it all together. And mind you, I'm drugged, so my mind ain't operating on 10 the way I'm operating right now. All these references and shit that I'm able to pull right now, I'm not as sharp as I'm typically sharp, if you catch my drift.
Okay.
So I'm looking at myself in the mirror. My eyes are blue. As I'm looking at my eyes in this mirror, I see my eyes, they look like something from like The Conjuring or something, Holmes. Like my shits is black. My pupils so damn big, I couldn't even see that my eyes are blue. And I'm splashing water on my face for like 45 minutes. Granted, in my head, I'm thinking on myself like, what's on the other side of this door? When I walk out this bathroom, what the fuck is about to greet me? What is about to happen? And what happened was I was greeted by two girls and one guy that start forcing me to try to corroborate a story as they strip me down to my drawers, start to beat me, so on and so forth, and they forcing this narrative of theft on me. That's why on my tape, I said,